Who is the hero of The Lord of the Rings and
Sam.
why?
So it's easy. It's 100% Samwise. He's one of the first characters you meet. He's the one who the story ends with, right? And he is the sort of primordial lens through which you experience things, right? Lord of the Rings puts Earth under the feet of sort of the adventure novel of romance, right? And it pulls it back down to the humble. And if you're looking at the exaltation of the humble, Frodo becomes a very noble soul. Frodo is great. But Frodo is not the prime hero. It's the choices of Master Samwise that carry us through to the end. It's Sam who really is the one who has the most complete success, even though Frodo's failure isn't entirely his fault or isn't even in the main his fault, right? It's Sam who has the prime success. And as you're looking at the ending chapters, here's Sam's perspective, which continually tends to dominate in the ending chapters. He's the one who wakes up on the field for the victory. He's the one who sees and through whom we process all what's going on. So it's really Sam, right? He's the one who is most humble at the beginning. He's the one who's most completely exalted at the end, right? And that final line, well, I'm back. It all tends towards what? It tends towards this little rustic life where Merry and Pippin, they're going to be big, important people. And they're going to be sort of these nobility in the Shire. They're going to be riding back and forth to the kingdoms of men. And, they're going to have that life. But it's Sam who ennobles the Shire, right? Which is where we begin. It's Sam who returns to the Shire. And it's Sam who has that sort of full perfection of his life. So I would say Sam.
Beautiful. The last paragraph. At last they rode over the downs and took the east road. And then Merry and Pippin rode on to Buckland, and already they were singing again as they went. It just, it seems that it didn't pierce them in the way it pierced Sam. It didn't crush them in the way it should have, maybe.
No, well, and they had a very different life. So they become adventure heroes, right? They go on the battlefield. Merry strikes down the Witch King, and Pippin's there on the front line. So they have their
They're not wrong
reward.
to have this experience.
I don't think they're wrong. I don't think we can fault them, right? But Sam's one who's been dragged through the desert and has been carried through by the simplest things, right? By that simple, plain common sense, right? His hobbit sense, by his love of home, by his love for his master. Those basic things, those things that are so lowly, are the centerpieces of the work. So no fault, no harm being a great person, no harm becoming king of Gondor, right? But the focus of this tale is on the guy who goes home and becomes the mayor of the Shire.
But Sam turned to buy water, and so came back up the hill, as day was ending once more. And he went on. Whew! And there was yellow light and fire within. And the evening meal was ready, and he was expected. That might be my favourite line in the entire book. And Rose drew him in, and set him in his chair, and put little Eleanor upon his lap. You talk.
Well, I'm back. And no, but this is...
He drew a deep breath. Well, I'm back, he said.
But what else could you want? What else could you hope for, right? I mean, this is everything that it means to be human. This is full life. He's got his wife. He's got his first child there.
She drew him in.
She draws him in.
I love
You've
her.
got the fire.
Yeah.
You've got the fire on the hearth. You've got the meal on the table. And what more is there to life than this, right? This is everything that's fundamental to a naturally thriving human life.
Yeah.
And Sam gets it. He's home, and there's really little else to say. Tolkien did write another chapter focused on Sam and Rosie and their family, and focused just on the simple little joys.
Did
he did. He cut it out in the end because you can only have the Return of the King end so many times, right? So he has to cut it off somewhere. And I think he was right to do it when he did. But it's fun to read it as an epilogue where Sam's reflecting on married life. It's 10 years or so on, right? His children are growing up. He talks about how Saruman wouldn't have liked his big Catholic hobbit family and things like this. It's really, really cute. But again, you've gone through the desert, you've gone through the darkness, you come home, the wife draws you in, you're expected, and that's what it all ultimately means. These are the things that the whole quest for the ring is designed to help preserve, right? There are two fundamental character assassinations that Peter Jackson can never be forgiven for. The first one is when Sam leaves Frodo, right? They're going up the stairs to Cirith Ungol, and Sam is sent back by Frodo, and Sam actually turns his back on his master and starts going back down. It's not just stupid. It's obviously stupid. What's he going to do? Walk by himself all the way home? This is nonsense, right? But it's also fundamentally against the grain for what that character means, right? He means the loyalty and the dedication and everything else. And for a moment of completely manufactured tension, Peter Jackson assassinated Tolkien's main character. So I'd probably say that's the worst thing that he did.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Before you go, do us a favor, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the video, like, and subscribe.